And a bunch of the money was just going to were transfer payments to the states.
So these are automatic payments.
Just automatic payments.
No accounting for them at all.
Like imagine there's an automatic debit of your credit card, and you never look at the statement.
Right.
So it's just money going out. That's why I call them zombie payments. That they might have been legitimate at one point, but the person who approved that recurring payment changed jobs, died, retired, or whatever, and no one ever turned the money off. And my guess is that's probably at least $100 billion a year, maybe 200.
And going where?
I mean, there are millions of these payments, so it's, I mean,
millions.
Yes.
Millions of payments that are going to who knows where.
Yes. So in a bunch of cases, there are fraud rings that operate, professional fraud rings that operate to exploit the system. They figure out some security hole in the system, and they just do professional fraud.
The Richmond of fucking Richmond.
Actually, though. But people are smart.
Scammers.
You know? Yeah.
Like, this is crazy. So they get elected to be scammers.
A lot of the times.
Finesse.
And they're probably just like using their position of power and getting one of them fraud rings he's talking about and like, okay, yeah, so this is going to be the system. You know, they must have an inside man to do this.
You know what's crazy, though? Do they control if they get paid when the government shut down?
Yeah, they get paid, yeah.
I know, but like, do they control that law?
What do you mean?
They control all the laws.
Yeah.
They write the laws.
Yeah.
So it's like all these other government jobs don't get paid, but y'all getting paid?
Yeah.
That's literally Richmond of fucking Richmond.
It literally is. And it's just sad because a lot of the jobs that aren't getting paid are like the common people, you know?
Yeah, they're using their position as leverage. Like, we get paid, but the people won't, and we'll just keep voting for them to not get paid so we can complain and blame Trump.
It's insane.
Well, I see why the people now, at first I was like, I just understood why they didn't want a politician in power and they wanted an outside guy. But now I really do truly understand that.
Nah, me too. Me too.
I do. This is crazy.
The politicians, man.
Because this has been going on for a long time.
Forever.
And that's why they tried their hardest to smear Trump. One day, they're going down.
They're going to get exposed.
The Wolf of Washington could be in big trouble. Investigators might finally get a peek inside Nancy and Paulie P's earnings sheets.
Ooh. Nancy Pelosi should be investigated because she has the highest return of anybody practically in the history of Wall Street. It happened by she knows exactly what's going to happen, what's going to be announced. She buys stock, and then the stock goes up after the announcement's made.
Nancy heard the news and ran to CNN on a busted hip, but Tapper treated her like Biden on debate night.
Nancy Pelosi became rich.
Why do you have to read that? We're here to talk about the 60th anniversary of Medicaid. That's what I agreed to come to talk about.
But I wanted
what that means in the election.
I wanted to give you a chance just to respond. He accused you of insider trading. What's your response to that?
That's ridiculous. In fact, I very much support the stop the trading of members of Congress. Not that I think anybody's doing anything wrong. If they are prosecuted and they go to jail. But because of the confidence it instills in the American people, don't worry about this. But I have no concern about the obvious investments that have been made over time. I'm not into it. My husband is.
I'm not into it. My husband is. So Paulie P's in Napa, a Wall Street whiz kid, and his wife knows nada? If pillows could talk. Meanwhile, the Senate's suiting up too. They just advanced an anti-stock trading bill for Congress, but Trump's not pleased.
Man, you see, Jake Tapper, even though he's on CNN, he does get on them sometimes.
He does. You see what he said? The next generation of people is going to be more conservative than ever.
No, it's crazy because it's like, if you're getting more return than the people on Wall Street.
And that's what they do.
Yeah, that's literally what they do. So
and it's not like a little bit more.
This is pure insider trading.
1,000,000%.
Like they're doing it, guys.
There's no debating.
Wow, man.
So they want to say the things that people want to hear because those things get them positive attention and they feel good. And then they get a bunch of people who love them and they feel good. And then they have their face on a billboard and they have bumper stickers. And like, everybody likes me. And the people who don't like me, they're communists or losers. And So it's a cult of personality thing that is just a part of being a charismatic person and garnering attention. And that's a giant part of our whole political process, is narcissists and psychopaths and sociopaths that have embedded themselves into the system. And then they all feed off each other and help each other. And they're all insider trading and they're all involved. And then when they leave office, they get paid to speak in front of bankers and make $500,000.
They're certified scammers.
Yeah, they're professional scammers, guys, and they profit off of the common people, and they do not care. This is your typical
wow.
just take advantage of the people who don't know as much and don't have the power to do anything about it.
Can't trust the government.
And that's literally what the Democrats are doing to liberals, but they just don't see it.
They don't.
It's just no way, because we don't have no bias. We had no bias coming into this.
We didn't.
And we just literally just fell on the side of right. To me, what made common sense.
Yeah, but to be fair though, the Republicans also do insider trading as well.
They do.
Both sides do insider trading. It's something that everyone does.
We're more, like I said, we're more conservative and was pro-Trump and was pro-MAGA than we were Republican, I would say. But we did agree with their policies on like crime and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I guess that's,
Yeah. Yeah, so when they profit off of this, it's really the common people and the taxpayers who are really paying for it. And there's nothing, they're trying to pass laws and things to get it done, but think, who is passing the laws? The people that are doing it. So are they really gonna, pass a law that's gonna prevent them from making money?
Hold on, and they control our taxes. How much we pay in taxes, correct?
They do. They control it all. You see, so that's why it's really not fair. But there are people out there who are educated in this, and they know how to kind of level the playing field, if you will. So we're going to interview a guy named Ross Givens, and he teaches all about this stuff. And he has a free webinar where he teaches you actually how to do this and follow these people's trades. Because if we know that we can't beat them, then we might as well just join them. So that's where we're at with the guys. If you want to learn how to do this for free, there's a free webinar, and Ross is going to tell us all about it. All right, so Ross, with the government shutdown and the tariffs and all the stuff that's going on right now, we know that there's people like Nancy Pelosi and all these CEOs and stuff who are still making a bunch of money. How is this happening?
Yeah, well, you're never going to cut off their honey hole, right? And, it's no secret at this point that most of Congress has been guilty of insider trading. And all that means is they're buying stocks in companies they know are going to do well. Not because they have a magic ball, but because the information they have access to. So Pelosi mentioned a perfect example. She's been doing this for decades. So they're going to pass some bill, some piece of legislation that's going to help an industry or give a bunch of money to an industry. They go buy those stocks early and they shoot up. She did it with NVIDIA. She did it with many others and made millions. Other thing is these are power players, right? They're getting donations from the who's who of the Fortune 500. And so they learn things about companies. And it's like, if you know that a pharmaceutical company is about to get FDA approval for a cancer drug, or some company is going to release this game-changing AI model or a crypto startup, that stock is likely going to surge. And so all they do is get in and buy these stocks early, let it shoot up, make millions, and then the public is in outrage and they kind of go, prove it, And when you look at the numbers, I mean, there's sites that track all these congressional trades. They slaughter the market. The average investor, they beat every hedge fund on Wall Street. And it's, it's just not possible without access to that kind of insider information. And so that's what they're doing. They're still doing it now. They still know all the same information. And Pelosi and her cronies are still making millions. Yeah.
You know what I'm thinking? Like Amazon, how they just cut off. They just fired. Are they about to fire, or did they fire?
They're firing about 40,000 people.
Yeah.
So I wonder.
Yeah, and the stock's up 6%.
Wow.
Because it's not. They're not in the charity business. They're in the profit business. And the good thing about all this, what people don't realize, is you can actually see these trades. And I'm on this nationwide crusade to let everyone know, when Pelosi buys a stock, she has to report it. You can access it online. You can see and follow along. When some little junior representative who hasn't bought a stock in 5 years suddenly puts her annual salary into this little European arms manufacturer, there's odds she might know something. And then that stock shoots up and you can participate. And it's like, we can get angry about this stuff, but they're not going to change it. They're writing the rules. So the least we can do is follow along. And, we're paying her salaries after all. Least they can do is give us a stock tip here and there.
Right. Okay, so for anyone who doesn't know, you basically have a company that can go and gather this information and get it to people like us who are just regular, not CEOs or anybody who's involved in the government, right?
Well, yeah, anyone can access this information. It's not something I have ownership of, but what we do is we teach people how to do it. So we hold these training events every couple of months. I also have a service where I do this for our members, just say, give me the picks, let me know what they're buying and follow along. But every couple of months we do a training event. It's about an hour long. It's online. We actually have one coming up this week. I'm going to have you guys put a link in it below this video, but it's free. It's online. It's about an hour long. And I lay all this out because I think most people don't know what's available to them. They know that Congress is insider trading. They know that CEOs and CFOs are insider trading, but they're just angry about it. Say, all right, take that anger and let's do something with it. You can see when they're buying stocks, and it's really pretty simple once you understand how it all works. You just look for obvious examples. So you look for, hey, 8 members of Congress just bought this one little stock no one's ever heard of. That seems suspicious. Or this CEO's been there 5 years. He's never bought, and he just put $3 million into his company stock while we're waiting these drug trial results, right? Really obvious stuff. And it's not 100%. There's no such thing as something that works 100% of the time. But we've dozens and dozens of stocks that have doubled and tripled. And we get into one that went up 1,900%. So if you get a few of those, you get a couple of stocks that double. I mean, we had one yesterday. It's already up 25%. We get into one a couple of months ago. It's already doubled. And so not to any genius of mine. I'm not doing anything anyone else can't do. We're just tracking this information and using it in a way to benefit us. And so that's what we try to show people how to do. They're about an hour long. There should be a link below. Click that. You can register for it. Like I said, it's free. We show everybody everything. And the feedback's been fantastic.
Yeah, we'll definitely be there because I'm trying to learn how to do this stuff too, and that's information that I think is vital, especially right now.
Man, every time I get a text, I'm like, dang it, I might have just missed some.
Yeah, no, he sent one out on the 29th, and then today there was like sell half because it's already up 20%.
Yeah, I
and it's
know.
been one day.
Yeah.
I said, damn.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot going on in the world, guys, but the stock market is still people making money. Like, that's what I realized.
Yeah, well, we're in a historic bull market. Like, the tariff situation brought stocks down in February and March. And as soon as that cleared up, what we've seen from April to the end of October has been one of the strongest rallies ever. And so the components for a good stock market, and this is why I believe everybody should be invested right now. Listen to me, take another strategy, whatever. Kids, I don't care if you're 18, get invested right now because you've just got the stage set for profits. You've got interest rate cuts, which drive stock prices higher. We've got a really, really strong economy with big GDP growth, send stocks higher. And you've got this AI boom, which is similar to the advent of the internet, driving efficiencies way up. And so kind of everything's rising. So a monkey with a dartboard could make money in the stock market. The question is, do you want to make a little or do you want to make a lot? And so to make a lot, you need some kind of advantage, right? Either you're brilliant and see something that all of Wall Street didn't. You're some hyperspeed day trader who has some master algorithm you figured out. Or my edge is I follow people who know more than me. And who is better qualified to tell me when it's a good time to buy a stock than the CEOs running it, than the board of directors, right? Than the politician. Who's better to tell me what defense stock to buy than the politician sitting on a military advisory board that dictates where the money goes? So it's nothing complex. It's literally just copy and paste what they're doing and using some common sense to do so. So I encourage everybody to come to the event. I mean, it really is eye-opening. I've got feedback from thousands of people who just don't see stocks the same way. And like I said, we have another one coming up this week. It's either Wednesday or Thursday, I forget, but it's 3 Eastern.
I think it's Thursday?
Thursday, 3 Eastern, right?
It's Thursday. Okay. Yeah. I thought so. I wasn't sure.
Okay. That's
I
awesome.
mean, hey, and for everybody that thinks this is a scam, guys, I heard the best thing literally the other day. They said that poor people always think things are a scam. Like, and I was like, wow, like, yeah, I could see how when you actually put your mind to something like this, you can make a lot of money. That's the problem.
Yeah.
People just like, oh, well, they go into something and they're going to just, become a millionaire really quickly. And then they're not really like being realistic with some of the things that are being, taught to them. Because, knowledge comes with a period of time, and this knowledge that Ross is given to us is crazy. Like, it is something that is one of the best strategies I've ever heard. It's phenomenal, guys.
Well, I think, and people aren't wrong in thinking everything's a scam. A lot of stuff is a scam. So it's like when 8 out of 10 things are scammy, you're going to be guarded, right? That's totally natural. You guys told me this before. You said, people are going to think it's some kind of scam. I said, all right, well, let me see what I can share you here. Let me show you. I'm just going to show you a couple of testimonials here to kind of give you an idea. And these are from members of the service I do. So here's some of them. I mean, David spent thousands of other services. Insider's proven to be my best. Matt here made 26 grand since January. This guy wrote in. These are just from webinars we've given or live events to the members. Said my account was around 3,000 or 4,000 when I started with you guys. Now it's at 22,000. Made 15 grand. Carl went from 10 grand to 36. He's up 24% in a couple of months. This guy's made 30-something thousand dollars. I mean, here's some others and their gains, right? So this is not. Look, I can show you more. I mean, I just kind of screenshot these as they come in. It's like, oh, it's people are always curious. Let me see some testimony. Let me see what your members have said. Like, I mean, I've got hundreds of them.
Hey, we members. Yeah, we are members.
We've made money.
Yeah, I mean, y'all are with it too. But I mean, and you can look at any one of these. I mean, this is got here great call on AXLN. Made 50% on 5 contracts. He's trading the option. $2,200 he made that day. This guy was trading the option. So you can do a stock option on the stock as well. He got in here at $1.50, sold it at $4.55, so roughly tripled his money. And so I just want to point out, I wanted to show this because I get it. I mean, I would think it's a scam too. So listen, I get it. There's a lot of people should be guarded about this stuff. I can't guarantee anything. The market is what the market is. All I can say is we've been doing this since 2017. We've never had a losing year. We've had years we made over 300% on the stocks. Again, nothing's guaranteed, but we have outperformed the stock market through bull markets, through bear markets, through choppy markets. And again, it's not every single stock's going to go straight. Anybody telling you crap like that, it is a scam. You should run. But if you're winning more than you lose, if you're making more when you're right than you're losing when you're wrong, the effects of that are going to compound, right? You guys are members. Like you asked me before we started, like this stock hasn't gone anywhere. It's only up 5% or it's down 5%. But then the other one, you said, was it up 180% the other day? We're taking profits on the way up. Yeah. And so that's really the secret to the stock. Nobody has it figured out. Nobody knows everything. You just want to take some kind of approach that has more upside than down. And when you're buying stocks, you're risking 10 or 15% on, and some of them go up 80 or 100 or 200%, you're going to do pretty well. There's other ways to do it. This, to me, has been the easiest, the simplest. It makes a lot of sense. It's proven itself for many years, and I've got hundreds of members who have, frankly, made a lot of money with this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. So if someone's still listening to this and they're still reserved and they're watching this video or they've seen you before and they think they still don't know enough to trade, what will they learn on the free webinar that will change that or give them the confidence to at least come in and join?
Yeah. So I think the fear with the stock market, which is well rooted, is that there's a lot of unpredictable stuff. And there's also a million guys out there with a million get-rich schemes, and there's lots of different strategies to do it. So what I try to do in those training webinars, like the one we have coming up next week, is just lay it all out for you. And in simple English, you don't need any experience. Half of these members that sent testimonials had never bought a stock before. And so I think when you see, okay, here's this example, you see what they know, you see how this works, you understand the basics of stocks, and we've got all kinds of basic training on that thing. You can learn this stuff online as well. It just makes sense. And I tell people all the time, if you don't understand an investment strategy, don't take it, right? If some guy wants you to invest in some oil lease and you don't quite understand how the dollars flow and what percentage you get and don't do it, right? Yeah. The best ideas are simple. And so I think they'll walk away with a lot of confidence. Whether they join our service or not, I don't care. They're going to leave with a lot of knowledge and understanding, hopefully, what's available to them in a pretty simple method to get an edge in the market.
Yeah, I mean, the webinar is free, so you're not going to lose anything by coming to us. You might as well come and see, guys. You might learn a lot. So, I mean, we're going to be there. So join us, hang out with us and Ross, and yeah, man, I'm really looking forward to this. So thank you so much, Ross.
I forgot to tell you, you asked what they're going to learn. So even if you cannot attend, everyone who registers, we automatically send you all the research in our most recent stock pick. So you're going to get our full report that shows the ticker symbol, how to buy it, what insiders are buying, what we think it could do. So even if you can't attend, even if you can't come live, it's at 3 Eastern. Click that link. We'll send it to you. You'll get the recording as well. I think it's going to be eye-opening just to see what's out there.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of value in that. Even like the fact that they can't attend and you still send it, I think that's a win-win. Sure. You have nothing to lose.
I told you I'm on a campaign. I'm going to get this out there, guys, one way or another.
We do this, guys. Like the Cartier family stamps this, guys.
Yeah, I've put
it's unreal.
10,000 in so far, so I'm all in.
Oh, good.
Yeah, man. And it's just like, if you click the link and you join, you get the free stock and you get free information. So, I mean, those are two things that are zero risk, only upside. So you might as well do it, guys. Well, cool. Well, thank you so much,
and
man.
again, absolutely, man. It's a pleasure to speak with you guys. I'm glad you're having some success, and always good to talk to you.
Yes,
sir. Yes, sir. All right, man.